Last test 3 problems. Okay, it says use the half angle formulas to find the exact value of the expression cosine of 165. If they're telling me to use the half angles, I'm going to multiply this by 2. What is 165 multiplied by 2? 330 degrees. We know 330 degrees because we have a 30-degree reference angle right here. So 330 divided by 2 is the same thing as the cosine of 165. So we're going to use our half angle formulas. So it's plus or minus square root of 1 plus the cosine of theta over 2. Now, 330 divided by 2 is 165. 165 is in quadrant 2. Our cosines are negative here, so we're going to pick the negative sign. And then we plug everything in. So we get 1 plus the cosine of 330 over 2. Our cosine of 330 is the square root of 3 over 2. I need to combine my numerator here, so I'm going to make 1, 2 over 2. So it becomes 2 plus the square root of 3 over 2. And I'm dividing by 2, so I get the final denominator to be 4. So they will count this wrong if you leave it like this because the square root of 4 is 2. It's simplifiable. So your final answer becomes negative, don't forget the negative, square root of 2 plus the square root of 3 all over 2. Be careful here simplifying. I know I missed a step, but if you have questions, just shoot me an email. Okay, last one. We're going to find the exact value of the cosine 2, cosine inverse 1/2. Guys, this is an angle. An inverse is an angle, so look at it as cosine of 2 theta. We know what the cosine of 2 theta is. We have formulas for it. So what we do is I draw my theta. My theta here is, my cosine is 1/2, so my theta is going to be right here. It's going to be 60 degrees, right? It doesn't matter if you don't know what angle this is because you can still plug in the formula just by finishing out your triangle by using Pythagorean theorem. So this is my theta here, right? It is 60 degrees, but if we don't know that, let's just call it theta. So we're going to say our cosine of 2 theta equals 2 cosine squared of theta minus 1. Well, our cosine of theta is 1 over 2. So 1 over 2 squared is 1/4 times 2 is 1/2 minus 1. It turns out to be a negative 1/2. And look, this one is a little bit different because we can actually check it. We do know that this is 60 degrees. So what's 2 times 60? It's 120. What's the cosine of 120? It's negative 1/2. So our formula works. It's not always going to be an angle that we know, but in this case it is, and it's kind of nice to see that it works out. So anytime you see an inverse like this, if it's confusing you, just replace the inverse with a theta and you'll see, oh, this is a cosine of 2 theta problem. That's it for test 3 review. So if y'all have any questions or if I went too fast, please don't hesitate to send me an email and I can clarify it for you. Okay guys, good luck.